Welcome back, chaps. In this video I'm going to show you why you will never save yourself to riches and what you should do instead, because my journey has been one of 2 years ago. I was in a 9 to 5 reading all the material about saving and investing in the S&P 500 and trying to slowly get rich so I'll be a millionaire in 20 years, to what I actually ended up doing, which made me earn a lot of money monthly, over 100 grand a month currently, a lot quicker. So I'm going to tell you my exact story, how I did it, and how you guys can do it as well, and why I think it's a much better alternative than waiting for your money, which a lot of people tell you to do, to be frugal, to save, to wait until you make your money. And I don't think as a young man that's what you need to do. I think you need to be out there fucking chasing that bread, boys. So let's get into it. First things first, who is this video for? It's for fucking gangsters, guys who want their dream life now, guys like me, young and ambitious, which a lot of you will be. You don't want to spend 20 years playing it safe. You want true freedom. The problem with playing it safe is often it's a 9 to 5. It's a well-paying 9 to 5, and you're investing in the S&P 500, and you don't have the freedom to travel, and you still have a boss telling you what to do, and you end up losing some of the best years of your life working that grind. I want people that you want to live so hard, and what I mean by that is you live so fucking well that you spend every day doing what you want to do, that you live so good that you roll up to the grave when you're going to go and die, and you're in the bed and you're just fucking busted up. Just nothing works. Just everything's been exhausted. Your full potential used. I don't want anybody living that life and just slowly getting to the grave just still all fucking brand new. The whole body's brand new. It's never been used. This is for guys that want to live fast, want to live really fast and live well and actually have a life worth living. So let me start this off with my story. I used to think that I could save myself rich. That is what most people are taught, so I don't think that's very uncommon. A lot of you probably feel the same way. A lot of what you're taught is about saving and slowly investing and buying property and all of these boring, horrible little things that you have to do. This was me before. Wow. I was actually a nerd. I was actually a dork. I was working 9 to 5 sales job in Bournemouth, England for couple of years. So I find for most people how they start out is when we're young, you have all these dreams because you have the world hasn't tried to contain you yet, so you have all these dreams and you know exactly what you want when you're younger. You're like, yeah, big house, fast cars, hot women. By the time I'm 25, I want to be traveling the world, doing this, doing that. I'm going to be a rock star, pop star, singer, actor. You've got all these grand dreams in your mind. And the problem is, as we get older, you get raised and brought up by people most of the time that have not done these things. You do not get raised by rock stars or multi-millionaire businessmen unless you're very lucky. So the people that raise you in schools, and your parents, not saying they're bad, but your parents often not from that background, so they don't know anything about the fast money, the making money online, the building a business. A lot of the people you're around don't raise you that way. And the problem with the people in schools, the teachers, they are living that lifestyle of thinking they can save themselves to riches if they keep working that job. And yeah, we need teachers are great, but they put you in a box. So as you slowly go through your life, you slowly forget everything that you wanted, because everyone else makes it seem so impossible for you to have it, because everyone around you doesn't have it. So they're like, yeah, no one really does that. You can't go and just make a business like that. Shut up, Johnny. Sit back in your chair and answer your algebra and your questions. Stop being an idiot. Stop dreaming. All right? Get out of your head, Johnny. Stop fucking dreaming. Get back in the classroom. That's what they try and tell you. But that's what they tried to tell me as well as I grew up. And you slowly, I let it seep in. I wish I hadn't, but I let it seep in. So I got to the point where I was 21. Life had become difficult and hard because I'd moved out of my parents' house and I'd had various trials and tribulations to go through. And I ended up in a sales 9 to 5, respectable job. And I started reading all the books of how to invest and S&P 500 stuff and what stocks and shares to buy, and that I would save $700 a month and invest it, and then eventually in like 30-40 years I'd probably have like $1 million or $2 million sitting there in a bank and I could enjoy myself. And I was living with my girlfriend at the time. We were cutting costs every way we could. I wasn't having any fun. I was very much on the strict schedule of don't spend any money. God almighty, I'm so sorry to my girlfriend at the time. I used to make her split everything with me. We used to split the rent. We used to split dinners. So if you're watching, I don't think you are, because You probably don't like me that much because we broke up. But if you are watching, I'm sorry about that. I was not thinking straight at the time. The point being made, I was living this lifestyle that had taken away my masculinity, and that is exactly what it will do to you. It keeps you safe, and it makes you feel like the goal is always to get there when you're older, and you kind of feel bad for saying anything else because everyone around you is doing the same thing. And I thought exactly that, but I got to a point where I'd saving $700 a month. I'd saved up 10 grand, and I came to a crossroads. I've been sitting at this desk that you see me in here with something up my nose. That's odd behaviour from me. And I was sitting there every day just thinking, surely I don't have to do this my whole life. If I have to do this my whole life, I mean, I can't remember getting into work this morning. It's on autopilot. My days, I don't know what I'm doing. This is not the life I wanted. I remembered that childlike feeling of thinking I could have anything I wanted, of thinking that I could have the life that I really wanted to live. And that's when, I'll wait to give you that little bubble of imagination. The problem with saving yourself rich nowadays is maybe your parents, your grandparents' era, they could become well off and have a good life by working the 9 to 5 and saving their money. Unfortunately now, due to massive inflation, uncertainty, high housing costs, taxes, instability, it's actually more risky to do the traditional path than to try and break out as a young man. 100%. It's very, very hard to make it if you stay and save your whole life. You're never going to have the type of lifestyle that you really want, that lifestyle of true freedom. It's so hard to get on the property ladder now. It's just ridiculous amounts of money compared to what people make average with their salary, and that's been stolen from you every year in inflation. So there's got to be a better way. That's what I decided. When you're a young man, there's only one reason that you work the 9 to 5. The 9 to 5 is the starting block to saving money so you can take a risk. Saving young is only for that reason. You're not saving to make yourself rich. You're saving to buy something that is taking a risk. So for me, it was saving 10 grand so that I could then move to Thailand. It was saving 10 grand so that I could go in on my own business. I could move to a different country. I had a little bit of a cash buffer. And I came to a crossroads where people around me were saying, but Jack, you've spent 2 years saving that 10 grand. What if you lose it? I mean, you could invest that in the markets, and in God knows how long, you might even have £1 million. And then you'll have a happy life, but you'll be old and you'll be so miserable because you spent 30 years doing something you didn't want to do. So the only time you should think about saving at the start is to save to give yourself freedom. To give yourself time to think inside of a job, just get yourself in shape, time to think, and get ready to understand, well, where is it I want to go? So I had a lot of time thinking. I thought Thailand, okay, I love the idea of Thailand. I like Muay Thai. I can get in shape whilst I'm working. I can save a lot of money. I'm going to take the jump, and then I'll go online. I'll do something online because I'll be an interesting person. And that's how it started for me. It was literally that simple. I took the jump. I took the risk of losing that 10,000. I did lose that 10,000. I spent that 10,000 very quickly. This is me when I first arrived in Thailand. I'm in Bangkok right now. This is me when I just arrived in Koh Samui about a year and a half ago. And that was me when I pulled up. I was in good shape, fucking very, very pale young fella. But I was in good shape and I turned up with a dream. And taking that risk, I lost that 10,000. I had 5,000 debt on my credit card. And I was not willing to go home. And I took a risk, started the YouTube. And just under a year later, we're on fucking podcasts with some of my biggest sort of idols that I've had online for a long time. And the risk took off, and I make over $100,000 a month now with a business I'm passionate about, helping other guys, building a network. So that's the possibility. And let's just say this Jack here, let's say he took the jump, lost the 10,000. What's the worst that's going to happen? I go home, I go back to the sales job, and I fucking recoup, I save another 10 grand, and I do it again, and I do it again until it works, because there is no other way. There is no other way to do it. The lifestyle that I live now, the lifestyle that I truly want, and I think a lot of you want as well, is expensive. You're not going to save yourself to those riches. You need cash flow right now. So, what do you do? How do you get there if you're feeling lost? Earning and saving any way possible. If you're sitting at a point where you don't have 10, 20 grand in the bank, you need to get to work. Move back in with your mum. Knuckle down, stop going out, don't buy video games. The only things you should buy are things that are an investment in yourself, something that could potentially make you money or give you a connection that will change your life. Everything else doesn't matter. Start reading, start getting information about what you might want to do with your life, and get very, very clear on what it is you actually want to achieve. If you could do anything in the world, live anywhere, you had unlimited money, but you still had to work every day, what does your dream life look like? You need to know where you're going. So you start working, you start earning and saving any way possible, as much as you can. Figure out the risk you need to take. Is that a mentorship for something? Is that moving to another country? Is that buying your first car to flip because you want to do start a car dealership or business? You figure out the risk and you save the money for it. Take the risk. Once you've done that, in my case, it was find a network, build a business, and start enjoying life. It was as simple as that. Obviously, there was trials in between. And then if you fail, it's back to the 9 to 5, save up, take the risk again. That's all there is, boys, because to be honest with you right now, if you're making anything under 200 grand a year because of taxes, you get half that take off you make about 110, 120. You're still not going to be able to get to the level where you have everything you want. And that's what life is for. Your life is conquest as a man. It's to get everything that you want, to look after the people in your family, to be the one that breaks the curses, to be the one that gets the whole family together at your mansion at Christmas. That is what life's all about. You can give to charity, you can travel the world, you can taste the finest things the world has to offer. You do not want to be playing it safe, because there's no point. You get one life, one time around the world, and I strongly, strongly believe you give it everything you've got to experience the best, to arrive at death's door completely beaten up because you tried so hard. That's what I believe you should do now. So no matter where you are with this, you know what you need to do. If you've got money in the bank and you've been working 9 to 5, figure out what risk you're going to take and fucking take it. If you've got no money in the bank at all and you're sitting there depressed and thinking you need to make a business straight away, first thing's a job, get money in the bank, figure out what risk you need to take. Time and time again, that's what you need to do. I've documented my system. So I went from getting my mind and body straight, getting my mindset right, getting rid of limiting beliefs, building my dream life, all of that stuff. I put that whole process into 10K Accelerator of getting your mind and body right, because that's important. You can do it whilst you work. Then I was in sales. I didn't work a particularly good sales job at the time, but I know where you can find very good high-ticket sales jobs that allow you to travel and earn money at the same time. Fantastic thing to do. We show you exactly how to do that. We have a professor that teaches as well. He's done 7 figures in sales. He knows how to find online offers. You can speak with him every week. And then after you've done all of that, you can either stay selling online, making money that way, or you can figure out how to brand the way I have. Brand through YouTube, brand on Instagram, make money online, build offers. We teach all of that whole system in the 10K Accelerator. So if you need the guidance, this is an incredibly good way to get it. You can absolutely go and do it on your own. You don't have to. But if you want to, the guidance is there if you need something to actually follow and sort of get stuck into and have someone sort of give you a bit of a push. And those that have money, maybe you're making good money online with a business and you need a brotherhood. You want that adventure. You want the people around you to take you to that next level. You want to do fun things and have a fun life and be a cool guy. Then New Elite's for you, and the link's below. Click on that, you can apply to New Elite. But boys, it's been a fucking pleasure. Great to be back on your screens again. We're doing 3 videos a week now. So very, very, very happy to be back to see you guys. We've got a content schedule, and we've got a secret announcement actually for any of you that's still watching. We're going to be hiring, we're going to be testing out James again, the cameraman James. So there's possibility of James coming back on as our videographer, so we do more lifestyle content. But at the moment, you're going to be getting 3 videos a week from me, stuff like this, little insights on my camera, anything I can put out, because I've been just focused too much on building New Elite for a while now, and we need to get the content rolling again and get you boys enjoying some content. So it's been a pleasure. I'll see you boys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Whoop-ow, whoop-ow!